We are Sunday morning, Perry 2018, Coronado Yacht Club, South Bay. Here's 9344. We're going to keep watching Jack. He had won every race by about a minute yesterday. Been in the Perry series for about 6 years, I'm guessing. Many-time high school national champion. I'm not sure if he's a sophomore or a junior. Point Loma High School guy. 9344. See how he did that? He just tweaked in there on port. He tacked to windward. See how he did that? All he does is say protest, protest. He's sculling a lot. Let's watch these guys.
5692.
We just didn't have a general recall. So the tide is going, sweeping the boats upwind. Pin is so favored that, oh, there's crew right there. Nice job. There's crew right here. Crew, once crew can tack, he's going to be doing good. .1015 there. He's just biding his time, trying to hang. He's going to be able to tack and cross here in just a second. Yeah. So he's happy, so he's not going to tack. He likes where he is. He already knows he can tack and cross all these guys. So he's just trying to get left. There's Jack Egan. This is the first time Jack hasn't won the pin. But now, watch. Sees more wind ahead. Yep, here he goes. Crew's gonna have to duck Morgan. No, he crossed Morgan. Great job, bro. Jack's got his jib inside the spreader tip an inch. A little bit of windward sheet so the bottom is round. And we're looking a lot at his leech. Okay, he just had to duck, so that's great for crew. See how he doesn't have too much twist in the top of the main. The main is very stable and snug, but not hooked. Thinks crew looks flatter on the bottom of his jib. Same distance inside the spreader and trim tighter on the main than Jack. Race 1 on Sunday, it looks windier over here. And I'm guessing, but from this angle, those boats look lighter to me over there. The water looks less dark. It could just be an angle thing. But I think the wind looks darker in front of us. It could just be a little bit of a sun angle thing here. That boat right there is in the top 3. A little too much twist on Morgan Pickney there again. That you can't twist that much because you lose power. The apparent wind doesn't shift very far to the side on a dinghy like this. Like on a big boat, we sail with more twist because the mast is so much taller and we're going so much faster. The apparent wind at the top of the mast is like 4 or 5 or whatever degrees way further left, so you twist on those boats. This looks good. Tommy looks good. I don't want him hiking and Preston sitting all the way in, but he did it some yesterday and he was faster than the boats around him while he was doing it. So this is normally we'd have the skipper sitting up with the crew a little more to windward in the inside, and the skipper would be hiking a little, but not so hard. But we'll see. Okay, so if the wind goes right, all those guys are ahead of us. If the wind goes left, we're in the top 3. If it's light over there, we're in the top 3. I think it's light over there. I think Tommy's in the top 5. And his leech is tighter today than it was yesterday. If you look at yesterday's video, you'll see he could have been top 5 in the last race, but his leech was so open. He's bordering on hooked now. So he's... Okay, so Morgan Pickney really killed us. This guy to our left really killed us. I think I've got Tom over trimmed. So right now, a little bit of twist is helpful. He's got, I had him, he's compensated too far now. He may have seaweed. He has really parked it. We had big rains this last week. He may have caught something swirling around out here. because the whole race has changed. He went from being top 3 with Morgan there to barely in the top 10, and 101.53 just sailed right over his wind. So right now, if we really knew what to do, it would be a big kelp check right now. Big kelp check. Okay, let's see if spinnaker sets improve today. This is first in race 2 on Sunday. So you can see they do not wait to put the kite up. As soon as they're getting around the mark, they're pulling it. Okay, so I believe Tommy caught a bunch of seaweed on the first upwind leg because they were right with the leader there. And those boats, it could have been that by me having him trimmed 2 inches tighter, that he was actually hooked too much also. So it could have been a combination of things. Look at the spinnaker. I know, look at Stella and Sam. Look at Sam. First regatta with the spinnaker, brother. You did really good. Stella should immediately sit to leeward. So these guys are in about 21st. They're beating crew. Very good set right there. A little faster on the sheet would have been great set. Okay, let's see if this race can get a little dicier and these guys can make a big comeback. Okay, crew looks outstanding. Light air like this, the wind's really died out. The pole is not raised up too much. It's very level. Stella's pole's a little high. Pole's a little too far back maybe over there, Sam. Now what you're looking for now is the skipper actually stands up every once in a while and takes a huge look around, because the team that finds the next puff, right now I'm looking over my right shoulder and it's coming from this side. And the current is going out, so the current's going from our right to left. So I would still be going on starboard. Okay, so painful downwind leg. You see boats here, and you'll see boats up there. Absolutely no wind over there. And the breeze is just starting to come down the bay. So it goes to show you how crazy the sport is. Tommy was actually holding within 2 or 3 boat lengths of this boat on that first upwind, and then the boats on the right got a puff, and then he got to the right at the end of the leg, and everybody on the left where he just was got a puff. So it's a crazy sport. Okay, neither angle looks good, but right now the end that's further upwind is that one. That gate over there is further upwind because they're going parallel to the gates over there. This guy's cutting through the gates. If you were going to start, if that was a starting line right there, you would start at the far buoy. Yeah. Okay, he should be tacking any time here. Let's see how he does. He's actually in little waves. He's actually surfing right now, and the guy that was winning the race is not winning any longer. They did just get a puff though, so this race just goes back and forth. I hope this guy knows where to finish. He finished there. Oh yeah, he does. He finished in the right place all yesterday. Okay, let's see how they do this. I think Stella is still in front of crew. Crew's spinnaker looks about as good as anybody's. Or it did. It's just died for him. Stella's spinnaker looks, the red and white one there looks as good as anybody's. Look at the spinnakers around. You just see them hanging. So hers looks as good as anybody. There's crew. His looks good. Now what's making this so miserable is the current is going from our right to left. And so over the bottom of the bay here, they are moving at about 0.1 knot. Even if they're moving like even if they're moving half a knot over the bottom, they're only moving like 1/10 of a knot. Anytime going over.
So if their start is over, they're out. They're DQ'd.
Goal for Tommy this race is not to bone the main quite so hard. Sail flat now. We got good solid 7 knots, so definitely sailing flat. I would have just kept going. He should have just kept going. I'm not sure why he did this again. If he's not crossing everybody to the left, he should have kept going. And the reason is now, if he doesn't find a lane, he's gonna have to duck all of these boats over here. But it looks like he's doing better today than he was yesterday at this point in the first race. He did this, he crossed behind 10 or 15 boats and got all that bad air all the way across the course. But he crossed this whole path. So this was much better. So his tack wasn't as crazy as I thought it was. But remember, don't tack if you're just gonna go and sail behind other people's sails. Unless you know the left is better. And Stella heeling too much. Sam shouldn't sit up right now. Too much twist, but doesn't look too bad. It's kind of what Morgan Pickney was trimmed like last race and he was first, so there we go. I gotta keep the mast more level than that. If she let go of the tiller right now, the boat would spin into attack, and that means she's got weather helm. Weather helm is rudder drag. Ike, flatter. Yes.
Is he still on starboard?
He's still on starboard.
Got it.
So Tommy's still on starboard. I would have come back a lot sooner than that. Here's Crew somewhere right in the middle in here somewhere. Oh, he's going back on starboard now, but Crew knew he had everybody on the left pretty easily, and he's dog fighting it to get back to cover boats on the right. And then the funny thing is here's Stella, just the hardest on the right corner, overstanding the mark. I mean, she went 6 boat lengths probably too far on port. But the good news is that she is just in clear air, not pinching, just flying. Yeah. Sorry, wasn't filming well there. Race 2 on Sunday. Here's the leaders coming around. Tommy just kept going left, kept going left. The wind got light over there. The wind shifted to the right just a little. There's Stella right there just heeling over. So Tommy, we should have stepped back. Once we knew we had all the boats on the left, we should have stepped back to the right. So you tacked onto starboard, should have gone until no one else was really crossing you, or you felt good, and there was only a couple more boats to the left of you, and then tacked back and fed back towards the middle. You could have always dug back left later, but you just went too far. And it turns out the wind got light and the wind got right. Exactly where you want the spinnaker to be. You pull the guy back into the jibe, and the windward corner is right at the front of the jib, so as soon as you push the pole out, it fills. So go back and look at what you just saw. You'll see the spinnaker is not quite all the way around behind the mainsail after the mainsail goes across, but the spinnaker is rotated around over to that new leeward side.